Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have one of my quickie, impromptu, unedited, more or less unboxing videos, and it's going to be something from the house of Givenchy, which is perfect, I think, for summertime. Before I get into that, just very briefly, great new company started up, Bon Vivant Watch Company. It's, I think the name was slightly inspired by our choice of name for Bon Vivant, the new fragrance coming out from Naughton & Wilson very soon in May this year. But this is a completely separate entity. It's run by my friend Greg over at the Fragrance Samples UK company, and this is his new venture dealing in high-end watches. Whether you're into watches or not, wherever you are in the world, I think they're just going to be selling them in the UK as far as I know. Just please do me a favour, head on over to the Instagram, which is linked in the description, or if you go on Instagram and just type Bon Vivant Watch Company, you'll find them. Give them a follow, and I'm really going to just try and get as many followers for him as I can, because I know that he is one of the most dependable, reliable, honest people out there, and I think that he really deserves to succeed. So if we can get him to 1,000 this weekend, that'll be a miracle. We probably won't get that many in, but let's just try, guys, just as a bit of fun. Let's see how many people we can get. Comment down below if you've followed. Okay, let's get into the unboxing. That's what you're really here for, I know. So the fragrance in question, I'm going to get the box out here. We'll move the Monsieur De Giovanti back a little bit. And I've actually I tore off the little thing at the side there to make this a bit quicker. There's nothing particularly fascinating about seeing how I get into a cardboard box. So let's see what the fragrance is. Have you guessed yet? Actually, no, I forgot. Guys, what am I talking about? Before I do that, I normally give you a bit of a history of the house, don't I? So let's do that first. Okay, the House of Givenchy. Founded in 1952 by Hubert de Givenchy. And they've been a very successful French fashion house. I'm going to focus actually this time just on the men's fragrance side of things with this house. So 1959 saw the release of their first masculine fragrance, Monsieur De Giovanti, a superb citrus aromatic stroke chypre type scent, much rated by many people who also enjoy Chanel's Pour Monsieur, just a classic citrusy green bitter fragrance. Classic masculine woody undertones in this one as well. I've got a vintage bottle here. The modern reissue that you can see in the background there in the tall, thin bottle is also really, really good. So that was a great, great start for the company. And I believe it was not until 1974 that they made another masculine fragrance. And that was this one here, Givenchy Gentleman, which was my dad's signature scent throughout the 80s and 90s. And this was a leathery fragrance, a little bit animalic, quite sweet as well, and a real patchouli bomb. So kind of something that was influenced, I think, by the trend for patchouli amongst hippies, maybe in the late 60s and early 70s. But has a lot more going on to it with it as well. Real powerhouse scent. And then in 1986, we had the fantastic Xerius with this wonderful sort of, is it Art Deco kind of bottle? Wonderful, looks like some kind of fantastic Art Deco building, a skyscraper in America in the 20s or 30s or something. Wonderful bottle design and a really beautiful aromatic fougere fragrance, but with a bit of some kind of slightly exotic, unique twist to it. Really, really fascinating fragrance. And then by 93, I think, we had the fantastic Insensé, which wasn't a huge commercial success, but a fantastic springtime kind of fragrance with lots of floral notes, and always smells like, to me, the essence of spring in a bottle. It's like spring blossom in a masculine fragrant form, if you know what I mean. Absolutely amazing fragrance, sadly discontinued. After that, the company went on for many years, of course, releasing more and more fragrances as the trend for releasing more flankers and things increased in the 90s and the 2000s. So we had things like Xerius Rouge. There was a Givenchy Pour Homme in the early 2000s. We've had flankers or different sort of twist on the Gentleman line with the Gentleman Only line, a lot more modern smelling, some which are quite good. The slightly weird Givenchy Play line where they were influenced by iPods or something, and so they brought out this thing that looked, the bottle was like an iPod or something. I guess they were trying to be modern there, but I thought it was rather unbecoming for a classic historic French fragrance house, the Givenchy Play line of fragrances. Pie from 1999 was actually rather a nice vanilla, sort of semi-gourmandish fragrance. So quite an interesting house. There's been a good one lately that I really like called Givenchy Gentleman Givenchy Cologne, which is really nice. But let's get into the one that we're here for today then. So here's the box. Let's open her up. Receipt from the lovely people at All Beauty. I got this for just £38 for 100ml. So this is a cheapie. It seems to be billed officially as a women's fragrance. So here's the reveal, guys. It's Eau de Givenchy, the 2018 reissue of a fragrance first released in 1980. I think it was discontinued at some point. I don't actually know when. And again, I believe the original was aimed at women. And Eau de Givenchy has received a re-release, which is great news, in 2018. Perfumer for this one, Francois Demachy, the man behind many of the modern Dior releases, the reformulated versions of the Dior Homme line, which came out in the sort of 2011 onwards period, a fantastic 2013 release, I think it was, or 2012, wasn't it? Which was Eau Sauvage Parfum. He did that one, and many other things, I believe, including Sauvage, the rather modern fragrance that so many people enjoy wearing nowadays. But here's Eau de Givenchy. So let's open her up and then I'll talk about it, and I'll give you a first impression. It's sort of a first impression because I just tried it in store probably over a year ago, more like 2 years ago, and I really did like it. So we got the cellophane open, simple packaging, and I think this is very much a traditional citrus eau de cologne style fragrance. If you like things like Neroli Portofino, this could work. Beautifully simplistic kind of packaging there, which I really do like. And good reviews for this one. Let's give you the note listing first. Nice bottle design. I love it. Nice but simple, but yes, it feels heavy. It feels quite classy. Kind of nice design on the lid. Their classic, is it Greek keys or something they call those? The Givenchy logo or emblem there. And I'm going to give you the note listing. So we've got petitgrain, bergamot, orange, lemon, and mandarin orange. Neroli, orange blossom, green notes. So you get the idea of how this might smell, right? Hedione, bitter almond, white musk, vetiver, and cedar. So it should be very, very fresh. You can tell that from the note listing. I think that's beyond doubt. Let's spray a little bit on the back of my hand and we'll see what we get, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. First impression. It is pure Neroli. I would just say Neroli to start with. Very much in the vein of Neroli Portofino, but a little bit more vivid and bright, and just that one very soapy, I find, Neroli Portofino. This one a little bit more vivid, to me bright, three-dimensional almost, very, very fresh and invigorating. People have also compared this to Frederic Maal's Cologne Indelible, which is rather expensive. I actually find something in that one a little bit just not quite to my taste. I'm not sure what it is. Some people find a total overkill or overload of Neroli not appealing, but this feels like it's blended with all these other nice citrusy things. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Now the question is, because it's got quite a lot of floral tones in there, because we've got, we have orange blossom, it feels like there's maybe some other florals that perhaps aren't listed, but one wonders if it's going to go a little too flowery and white floral and feminine smelling, because it is supposed to be marketed at women. To me, this just smells like a fantastically fresh, vibrant Neroli classic citrus cologne fragrance. Perhaps with just a little bit of a powdery white floral thing. That is the only question mark which might make you say, oh, it's a bit too girly. Maybe there's a hint of jasmine in there, I think. But I could be wrong. I really love this on my first early impression here. I think this is a superb fragrance to pick up and spray all over yourself in hot weather. Take it on holiday, if we're lucky enough to go on holiday again now. Enjoy it as a fantastic, fresh, citrusy fragrance. I'm going to spray a little bit more on myself here. Yeah, I think this is just a great alternative to things like Neroli Portofino from Tom Ford at a much better price. Guys, check it out. I say, I'm going to call it right now. Worth the blind buy if you want a fantastic fresh Neroli fragrance for this summer. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. And guys, remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.